Hello, I'm Idress. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna start the next unit of 11th class, the Mosquito. It has been written D.H.Lawrence. Introduction of this poem. This is a poem, Mosquito, written by D.H.Lawrence. So let's start the introduction of this poem. This is a very fine poem about the mosquito, which bind the peoples and animals and suck their bloods. Although it is a very small insect, it acts as a beast of prey. The poet has made this ordinary insect look heroic and extraordinary. It is better than some human beings who are exploiters and bloodsuckers. The mosquito plays several tricks and tries to dodge men, but ultimately it is killed by men. Right? Now come to the summary. The poet addresses the mosquito as a Monsius, French word for mister, and asks when it learns its tricks. It has the long legs, which are very thin, on which it stands and tries to raise itself high. It comes down and sits on the point from a high position. It doesn't have any weight. Since it comes down gently, remains unseen. Lawrence calls it phantom. The mosquito turns its head toward its tail and smiles. Its wings help it to fly quite high. With its thin wings and ploughing legs, the mosquito looks a strange creature sailing in the wind like a heron or dull lump of air. It also looks a dull clod of air, but with all its weightnesses and nothingness, it prowls very wisely and carefully. But still, it has an arena of its own. It has equality to bite almost weightlessly, right? The poet wonders as it is invisible and mysterious tricks. The poet also calls it as an evil spirit on wings, no less than a magician. He wonders how the mosquito follows its victim effortlessly and swiftly. It flies and in a circle. It evades the poet or anybody else it wants to sting. It keeps on surrounding its victim till it is successful in its mission of being bombarding the human beings. Alright? It is mentally and physically alert enough to keep self-concerned all the time about its only purpose of bothering the poet by attracting him unaware. Right? Let's move forward. The poet throws a challenge to the mosquito. He asks the mosquito to play the game of attacking unaware. He tells the mosquito that he will not be able to win in the game of deceptions. The poet condemns its hateful tricks, which ensures its victory. The poet here, the mosquito bites the poet, by distracting his attentions. And this is how his victory by unfair means. Here, the poet then says that disturbing people is a part of mosquito's nature, and the point regards it is a policy of the mosquito to suck the blood of human beings. As it sucks the point's blood, it becomes very happy. It is an act of bad behavior. It is a violation of doctrine of peace, which doesn't permit the sucking of blood. The mosquito is a very unto itself, as it goes against the God's will and bites the good people. God wants that the good people should be harmed at all, and God, doesn't do that. I am sorry, sorry. Here, the poet wanna say that God doesn't want that the good people should be harmed at all. But the mosquito defies God's will, and it feels happy about its success in biting the poet and other human being in a harmful way, right? Here, the poet can't allow the mosquito to celebrate its victory. He feels that he should behave in a strong manner and out the mosquito, so he kills the mosquito at last, right? So the summary comes to an end. We will proceed with the explanation of the poems and the original text and its explanation, right? Let's move forward. Here, explanation of the poems with its original text. So that here the poet says, "When did you start your trick, uh, Moses? What do you stand on such high legs for? Why these legs of the shredded shrank your exaltation?" Here in the explanation, these opening lines of the poems, these are the opening lines of the poems. And here mosquito, poem is written by D.H.Lawrence. The mosquito bites the peoples and sucks their blood, which is in this poem the theme of the poems, and it plays the tricks ultimately, and it is killed by the man. So the explanation of these lines, in these lines the poet addresses the mosquitoes as a Mr. in English, right? He has used here the Monsieur's, which is the French word, and it is in English called the Mr. Right? And Asak, Asak, when it learned its trick, and yeah, he also here says that it has thin legs on which it stands and tries to raise its leg, and perhaps its long legs enable the mosquito to have an elevated or exalted positions. Right? So next line. Here next line is it so that you shall lift your greater gravity upwards? And we no more that year as you alight upon me, stare upon me less, you phantom. I heard a woman call you the winged victory in sluggish Venice. You turn your head toward your tail and smile. How can you put so much delivery into that translucent phantom shred of a pale corpus? Here, the important words. For example, here the center of gravity means the point between knee and ankles. A light means here, comes down upon, and phantom here ghost. Winged victory, it is referred to the victory of mosquito. And here sluggish means very lazy. Venice means in an Italian city. It is a Venice, sorry, it is an Italian city, or it is also called Venice or Venice, same, you can say both. And after that, delivery. Here delivery means mischief, and here translucent, things through which a light can't pass. It is called the transparent half. And phantoms, um, it is a ghost. And shred means thins, or frail means weak, and corpus means body. So that the context is these lines has been taken from the Mosquito written by D.H. Lawrence. So now comes to the explanation. In these lines, the poet says that the mosquito goes up because of thin and very long legs. It is weightless, and then it falls upon a descent upon the poet, and it is absolutely weightless. And the poet knows that a woman's And when I refers to the mosquito as the winged victory, and the mosquito then turn its tail and smile rather in a cruel manner. And one wonder how the mosquito can carry within its tail such as witchcraft or mischief. So let's move forward toward the other lines of the poem. Here cured with your thin wings and your streaming legs, how you sail like a heron or a dull cloud of air, a nothingness. Yet what an arena surrounds you. Your evil little arena prowling and casting a numbness on my mind. That is your trick, your bit of filthy magic and invisibility, and the unenthusiastic power to direct my attention in your direction. Right? Let's move to the explanation of the poem. So the explanation of the poem of these lines are, in these lines the poet says, the mosquito has thin winged and floating legs. It looks like a strange creature sailing in the wind like a heron, right? Or a dull lump of ears which is non-existent. Weightlessly, the poet wonders at its invisible and mysterious tricks. The poet moves forward and says that the mosquito moves stealthily like a thief. It casts a numbness on the poet's mind. It makes it is difficult for the poet to think how best it deals with its mischief and tricks of remaining invisible, flying ways, and quickly and towering his attention and try barring him at earliest opportunity. In the fourth stanza, the poet says, "But I know your game now. Sticky, scorer, cure, how you stacks and provers the air, and the circles, visions enveloping me, goals of wings, winged victory, settle and stand on the long thin shakes, eyeing me sideways and cunningly conscious that I'm aware. You speck, I hate the ways, log off, sideways, into ears, read having read my thought against you." In these lines, the poet says that he knows the mosquito's trick. He calls it a fast-moving magician. The poet wonders at its invisible and mysterious tricks. He calls it an evil spirit on the wings no less than a magician. He wonders how fast and effortlessly it moves, quietly, and follows and watches its victim. The poet is aware that the mosquitoes trick is to cheer the peoples, and he hates the way in which the mosquito moves about quietly. Probably, the mosquito knows that the poet is done against it. Now, let's move toward the fifth stanza of the poem. Fifth stanza of the poem says, "Then come, let's play unawares and see who wins in this sly game of bluff. Man or mosquito, you don't know that I exist. I don't know you exist. Now then, it is your trump. It is your hateful little trump. You potted pin, uh, which shakes my sudden blood to have it of you, and it is your small, high, hateful bird in my ear." Explanation. In these lines, the poet asks the mosquito to give up its trick and to play the game of being unaware, right? And here, then the Mosquito should see who wins in the game of deceptions, man or Mosquito. Both should know the other doesn't exist. The point condemns the hateful tricks of the Mosquito, and it is because of its hateful tricks that the Mosquito is able to register a victory on the fight. Why should you do it? Surely it is a bad policy. Then they say you can't help it. If that is so, then I believe a little in a providence protecting the innocents. But it sounds so amazingly like a slogan, a yell of Trump torrent as you snatch my scalp. Blood, red blood, super magical, forbidden liquor. I behold you stand, prescored in spammed in oblivion, uh, obscenely, as taste, sucking my blood. Such silence, such suspended transport, uh, such gorging. Such obscenity of trespass. Uh, in, in these lines, the point comes with a theory. He knows that the mosquito is an embodiment of evils, and it can't give up its evil or its evil deed, right? The point has faith on God. He is, having trust and hopeful that God will comes to help of the innocents. But at this very moment, he says, um, Mosquito uh, will come and it binds the people, and after that he says that it is a very harmful, and uh, it is when he stings on the human beings and suck the bloods, he become very happy, and he here can achieve all the things, and he feels that, right? Let's move forward. This is the seventh stanza. You stragglers, as well as you may, only you can accost Hurley uh, and frailty, your own imponderable weaknesses, saves your wafts you away on a very draft. My angers makes in its snatching, right, away with a paron of duration. Your winged blood drop. Can I not overtaken you? Are you one to my two? Are you one too many for me? Winged victory. And I am Mosquito enough to out Mosquito you, cured with a big strand my sucked blood makes. Beside the panty smell, pant smear of you, cured, what a dim dogs smog you have disappeared into. In these lines, the point says that the mosquito feels delighted as it is able to bite the point in other human beings successfully, right? It is a violation of the doctrines of peace. The doctrines doesn't permit blood suckings and blood, and the point feels very angry and upset, and he wants to overpower the mosquito. He finds the mosquitoes' weightlessness, making it possible to fly away safe and sound. At last, the point proves to be stronger mosquito, and he shows that he is strong enough to out the mosquito. He crushes it to death. Right? It is reduced team dog, smudge, or sport. So in this way, the poems comes to an end. First, we have started the introduction of the poem, then the summary, and then explanation. And we will start now the discussion, comprehension exercise, text based. Right? So, मुझे, I have to open the book for it. You have to wait for this. Right? Here we have a first question, that is what, according to the poet, is mosquito's purpose for standing on its leg, right? This is the first question. The poet's mosquito's purpose for standing on its leg is to lift its center of gravity upward and from the earth land on the points to bite him without letting him feel his weight. Right? The second question here we have, how does the mosquitoes draw the point's attention away from itself? The mosquito is a very cunning. It reads the point's attentions of killing it. It draws the attentions away from itself. It moves quickly and becomes invisible. It suddenly bites the point. It changes the directions and divert the point's attention. Right? Here, question number third. Why does the poet call the mosquito a ghoul? Right? The ghoul, it is not a ghoul. I think it is a ghost. Right? It has been written. Sorry, the printing mistake here on your textbook, so that it is not a ghoul. It is ghost. So that here, uh, the poet, a ghost is an evil spirit, as you know. The poet calls the mosquito a ghost because it bites cruelly and without being saying anything and deceitfully and cause sharp pains to the victims. Like a spirit, it stalks, and prowls the ears in circles and evasions, right? So here we have the next question, that is fourth question. It says, why, does the mosquito suddenly launch off into the air? The mosquito suddenly lurched off into the air in order to prevent itself from being killed by the poet. Right? It is able to save itself because of its swift movement. Right? Here, why does the mosquito suddenly lock off into the air? Right? We have completed this. Uh, lock off. Yes. Here, the mosquito suddenly lock off into the air in order to prevent itself from being killed by the poet. It is able to save itself because it's swift movement, as we have almost go through it before. Question number 5 is here. It is your trump. What is mosquito's trump? What is mosquito's trump? It is your trump. What is mosquito's trump? This is the question number 5. The mosquito's trump is the silly games of bluff that it plays with the point, and as it produces a buzzing sound like that of bugle, right, in the car or in his car. He hates it and he tries to, and it's buzzing there. But in no times the mosquito is gone, uh, you know, somewhere else. Here, question number 6. It says, what are conflicting views the poet has in his mind about the mosquitoes buzzing. The poet's view the buzzing of the mosquitoes as sailing like a heron, the launching of the sideways into ear, hateful bugle in the ear, and like a slogans, a yell of torip extra. Here, question number 7. What, according to the point, uh, are the mosquitoes feeling as it sucks the poet's blood? As it sucks the poet's blood, it feels extreme happiness and joy, and it slightly sucks the poet's blood without buzzing, and it seems to fascinating by the taste of blood, right? We have here question number, 8. Question number 8. Here it says, give evidence to the suggestion that point has killed the mosquito. The expression, the infinitesimal smears of you and a dim smoke, you have disappeared into evidence enough to suggest that the mosquito has been killed by the poet. Its death reduces it to a dim dark of smoke. Question number 9. Here it says, what comparison is being made in the following lines? These following lines are, uh, you know, uh, a series of dissertations on the mosquito, a light-hearted deceptions of the mosquito, a tirade against the annoyance caused by the mosquito, a strong praise of the mosquito. Give the reason for your choice. A strong and the praise of mosquito. The poem, the mosquito is not a scientific piece of writing on the mosquito for study. The poet is not at all very annoyed with the behavior of the mosquito. It is not a song in the praise of the mosquito. Lawrence's poem is a light-hearted description of the insect. It gives us a lot of information about the plithy insect in a humorous and light-hearted manner. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe the channel, share all my videos to your friends, and so that they will also get some benefit with these videos. So I am your teacher saying goodbye till the next video.